All right. What are we going to do with this team? My goodness. It seems like the
which
same
team?
thing every
The
year.
good team or the bad team? The good Penguins or the bad Penguins?
I mean, yeah, they're good. They beat good teams, but God, they have problems. This feels like another team that's going to do well in the regular season and then stink in the playoffs.
God forbid.
I know. I hope not.
It depends upon, I mean, it looks like we're probably going to play the Rangers. What scares me is they have a good goalie. And whenever you run into a good goalie, and what if he's hot? It's so hard to score goals against them.
And the Rangers have a good goalie, like maybe the best.
Yeah, exactly. That scares me. But we have Sid. Hopefully, he'll have a good playoff run.
But it seems like in the playoffs, like the top players get neutralized. Like we can't count on Sid, and that's why like the big thing right now is none of the secondary. There's no secondary scoring.
Third line.
That
is a problem.
It is a problem. I mean, just look at these numbers. Rodriguez, 1 goal in his past 25 games. Kapanen, 1 goal in the past 24 games. Danton Heinen, 3 goals in the past 22 games. Brock McGinn, 2 goals in the last 23 games. Dominic Simone, 3 goals in 52 games. And Zach Aston Reese, 1 goal in 50 games.
That's terrible.
They're terrible numbers. Yeah.
You need something. So
what?
Okay, so who do we trade for? Or do we bring somebody up?
Like who's going to be that spark?
Speaking of bringing someone up, they did just bring someone up, that Puustinen.
I don't know anything about him. I saw that today, but I don't know anything about him.
Neither do I. Nothing.
I don't know anything about him, but from what I understand, he's Ray, I don't know if you're a Star Wars fan, but he's from the as far as the Penguins minor leagues goes, you're help me Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. They're like that's the only hope from the minor leagues.
No, there's not much down there. I feel like
we mined them. Yeah. But it's got to be one of those character player, Bill Guerin, Brian Trottier, Old Samerson. It's. I feel like we need that. That's what we need. I know, but I don't know. I was looking, and I don't know.
Okay, Ricard Raquel. That's my favorite name too.
Ricard Raquel. Who is that?
Yeah,
that's the big name. That's like one of the big rumors that they is the with the Ducks or something
Anaheim,
like that.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. There's a couple players from
Vancouver.
Yeah, the Vancouver guys.
JT Miller or Besser or.
Well, they would never give up JT Miller.
I was surprised his name even came up. I was like, whoa, really?
23 goals. 23.
Just remember who's running Vancouver right now. Jim Rutherford.
Oh, that's true.
See,
that's true.
I have a feeling he's just dying to make trades. And
he wants Kapanen. He loves him.
Please.
Go.
Oh. I will drive Kapanen to the airport. I will. I'll drive him to Vancouver.
Commercials.
but to get somebody like JT Miller, we're going to need to give up like more than. Kapanen.
I agree.
Yeah, fine.
I agree.
Fine. Go. See, here's the thing.
Okay, who? Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Marino ain't that good. Or Marino.
Go. Like he could go too. Yeah.
He could go. Marino is making $4.5 million this year. Yeah, he's basically his 4.4 million every year for the next 5 years. That's pretty significant.
What does JT Miller make?
A lot.
What would his hit be? Yeah, I bet he does. And we have like no cap space.
That's what I'm trying to.
That's a problem.
Out.
Yeah. So we'd have to lose some people, lose some salary.
You'd
yeah.
have to you'd have to current cap. Okay, no, well, here's the thing. Right now, I believe their cap space is 4.4 million. So that could work. My idea is, remember when the Lightning cheated with Kucherov and
Oh, yes.
they held them into the playoffs?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we could do that with Zucker, because Zucker is making,
He's got a big contract, right?
he has a big contract. Of course, I can't find it right now. So he's so maybe, oh yeah, Zucker's making 5.5 million. So
Wow.
keep him, yeah, just keep him till the playoffs.
Yeah, why can't we cheat like, Tampa Bay did?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And hey, if we win the cup and people say we cheated, I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah,
Your point.
yeah.
yeah. I'm on board with that.
So but the time is now. Sid is what, 30,
34
34. He'll be 35 in August.
in August. Yeah.
Malkin's old. He's not playing well. We don't even know if Letang will stick around.
No.
The time is now. I'm tired of forget the future. Forget the future. Let's
just go for it. Just
go for it now.
I agree with you. I think that's got to be what they're thinking. I would hope.
Who knows what they're thinking?
No,
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, you look at those teams, the teams that we've had that have had that boost from that character player, and they all seemed like they were in the same kind of shape that the Penguins are in. If you think about it, I mean, maybe not. No, maybe not.
Well,
but
sometimes worse. I mean,
sometimes, yeah, worse.
Sometimes they're horrible, and then
I mean,
boom.
That team in '91, I remember that team so well, and they had gone on this big tear of losing games, and everyone thought that was it. They weren't even going to make the playoffs, and then boom, they made that trade, and it was like, So it
was huge. That was huge. It was Colin, and I forget, it was Zarley Zalapsky too.
Zarley Zalapsky and Ron Francis and
Ron Francis and Ulf Samuelsson came back.
Yeah.
I
think
here.
Here.
And we got rid of Zalapsky
and John Cullen.
John Cullen. Wasn't there somebody else? I thought there were 3 players. Maybe we got 3 players. I don't know. But it was, we won that trade. I mean, there were no questions asked there.
But think about the other times that we've made what looked like the greatest trades of all time. And my favorite one that I remember how excited I was when we got Jerome McGinley.
I was going to say, Jerome McGinley. Oh, that still hurts. It still hurts.
Didn't you think that we were going to be the greatest team of all time, just steamrolling everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. And then,
exactly. Yes, that's exactly what. Yeah. It's like, because it was like, the rumor was, oh, Jerome McGinley is going to Boston, and it's like, and then we snuck in and took him. It's like, yeah,
oh, I loved it.
Such triumph.
Yeah. And then we take the Hall of Fame right winger and put him on the left wing. Like, what are we doing?
Well, and then his first game, Sid breaks his jaw. So
right.
That was horrible.
Yeah, Sid.
I knew then it was like a curse. It was terrible.
That was not meant to be. That wasn't meant.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think all of this is a moot point, or will be a moot point, if we don't have solid goaltending. And I know I talked about this the last time, but these last couple of games, I mean, Jari's been really good, and Casey Smith has had some amazing saves when he played. I'm still worried about goaltender. I'm still worried.
Well, you're right. It all depends on Jari. If Jari's not right, forget about it. And I mean,
how do you know? Like, how do you know? Last year we all thought, oh, he's doing great. This is going to be amazing. And so I don't know. I don't want to harp on that. But
but they're not doing anything about that.
That's my point. I mean, all of the rest of this is moot.
What would we do? I mean, we got to stick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you stick with them. You hope at this point. You hope.
you have to.
You
Yeah,
know,
I mean,
they took a huge gamble. They took a gamble, which I thought was insane. It's like, obviously you need to get, at the beginning of the season, it's like, well, obviously you need to get rid of Jari. And they said, no, we're sticking with him. It's like, okay. And I mean, it seemed to pay off.
And he's
because
having a great season.
He was
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
great season. I mean, there's just a lot with this team right now. I'm not that crazy about the defense.
How about
I wa-
Mathis coming back? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's not awesome. He's not a great defensive defenseman. I mean, but he does,
He sparks
He
the
does get
defense,
some-
though. He does.
exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was
See,
trying to say. Yeah.
I want another Ulf Samuelson. I want somebody that kills people. Is that
I
too
want
much
someone
to ask? Is it
How
too
about
much
a
to
Shell
ask?
Samuelson?
It
Yeah,
is,
who
Joey,
parks
it
in
is.
front of the net. Yeah.
Yes. Get a Shell Samuelson that's 9 feet tall that could just clear anybody
Park
out
in front of the
there.
net and get them on. I know. We don't have that.
Hal
I,
Gill. Remember, Hal Gill was also a big, tall
Gill. I know, I
tree
loved him.
Oh,
that
yeah.
just cleared people out. I want.
You-
I liked him. He was awesome.
and there is
Nope,
a lot
go ahead.
more, like once you get to the playoffs, you do see people parked in front of the net even more than the regular season. I mean,
Yeah.
it increases like 100-fold.
Yeah, the game changes in the playoffs. I agree. Towards the end of the season. And
yeah. So you kind of do need that.
That's the
don't-
thing.
I
The
mean-
playoffs are a different game. The playoffs are a whole
They are.
different thing. And I don't know. I mean, the people say, oh, well, the Penguins haven't won a playoff series and blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, they should have won last year. Jari totally gave that away. So they played well
Yeah.
enough to win, except for one thing. So, and we're not playing the Islanders, thank goodness.
God forbid. God
forbid. Yeah.
I hate them.
I know. I'm not a fan. Is anybody in Pittsburgh a fan? No.
Okay, here's another player. I think that maybe this would be a controversial choice because he's got a little bit of grit, but he's kind of a jerk. Would be Max Domi.
I'm sitting here looking at the list, and I was just looking at his name.
I take him.
You take him?
Well, I want something different. Don't do nothing.
So you think Domi's
things
something
up a little
different,
bit.
or I mean, he would shake things up, but I don't know if he'd shake things up the right way. I don't know.
I mean, what they need is really just somebody that's really good with Malkin. That's really it.
Haven't we been saying that for a really long time? I feel like
years, like a long yes.
we need a wing for Malkin. We need a wing for Malkin. Always, yeah.
It's either a wing for Sid or a wing for Malkin. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
But Sid, I feel like Sid always lifts up whoever he's playing with. Malkin, you have to find the right chemistry. I know my dad would talk about my dad. My dad would lose his mind to hear me say this, but Malkin, if he's the one that ends up going in free agency, I'm not going to cry about it because just what you just said, Ray. It's not. Yeah. Why do we have to keep finding someone for Malkin?
Because he has the potential to go into beast mode. That's why he has the potential. Against Tampa, he went into beast mode and he was a beast and he's unstoppable. That's why.
Yeah.
So he has that potential. It's like the Incredible Hulk or something.
They need to find a
We can bring back Phil
psychiatrist.
Kessel. How about that?
Oh, there you go. Ray's daughter would be very happy about that.
Oh my God, she remembers it. So there you go. Malkin would be so mad. Oh my God. Okay, so that's not going to work.
Well, but so maybe I don't know. Domi's gritty. He plays great on the Jackets. I mean, who knows?
He makes people angry. I mean, he is kind of like a spark plug kind of guy. I don't know if I don't know what he's like with team chemistry though.
You know who I really want? I want Claude Giroux.
Because it
You got me doing this again.
I'm
Joey.
really good at annoying Pam on podcasts
I know.
lately.
First it's Mason
funny.
Rudolph, and
Fun would that be?
Come
I mean,
on.
talk about trades in the 90s. The very next year after they got Ron Francis and Ulf Samuelson, they got Rick Tocchet.
Yes.
that was
Who was
brilliant.
hated. He was from the Flyers.
And
Yeah, but that was brilliant.
that was awesome.
That was a brilliant
great
move. Yeah.
trade. But
Yeah.
I mean, Giroud, he's a center, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he could play wing too.
Can he? Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not a-
It's not
no.
going to happen, but I would love it.
Oh my God.
But I
would-
could, isn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ray.
No, it would just make Flyer fans so mad. It would almost be worth it.
That's true. But okay, so wait, Domi though, aren't Mario and Ty Domi buddies?
Yes. That's another reason why.
That
Give me
could
your
work.
kid.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can I
Well,
borrow
Mario-
your kid?
Mario's like a family, create your family out of your friends kind of guy.
There you go.
He
He's a
is.
friend of Mario.
He
Perfect.
is. It works for me. It works. It
Me
might
too.
work for him too.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
a problem with that one. So what do you give up, Kapanen, for that?
We give Kapanen for anytime. Boom. Kapanen.
Kapanen's just a lost cause. I mean, I think,
I like him.
He's so young though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's lost. Rodriguez does nothing. Boy,
Okay,
remember how good Rodriguez was a few months ago? He was
What
on fire.
happened?
maybe
What
he'll come
happened?
back. Could he have a nagging injury or something? I don't
I
know.
You always have to
think-
wonder.
I think it's all in his head. I think it was confidence, because really what made him so good was no matter as soon as he got the puck, he would just grip it and rip it. He would just shoot
Yeah.
from everywhere.
Well, he needs to go back to that. You know who they need? They need the doctor from what's the
Ted
darn show?
Lasso. Ted
Lasso,
Lasso. Yeah.
They need the Ted Lasso doctor.
Yeah, Doctor, what's her name? She's
Oh
just
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah, the one that they just need just have a few sessions with her.
Yeah.
You could take
For
care of everything.
Kapanen and for
Erod.
Erod, and there you go.
Yeah. I'm all
And we'll
for that.
be good.
Yeah. That works for
Except
me.
he's pretend. So that's the only problem.
No, I want her to be real.
I'm looking at some of these deadline deals lately. In 2019, that was when we got Jared McCann and Nick Bukestad from Florida, and traded Derek Brassard, who was another one. It's like, oh my God, we got Derek Brassard. Yes.
I know.
we're
I thought
in
he
the
was
cup.
going to be good. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did too. You know what? I liked McCann. I was bummed to see him go. I was I
Well,
thought he was
scored
really
a lot
good.
of goals now.
He did.
Scored a lot of goals.
I know.
with
Oh,
Seattle.
now I know.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
But-
one I would have liked to have held on to.
Me too. Well, it's going to be fun. I adore the trade deadline. It's like
Oh my goodness, I love
the
it so
trade
much.
deadline. I am looking forward to like watching the deadline shows, and please don't let it be a boring trade because it's like a soap opera or something.
I know. It's like every time I like, oh, notifications on my phone. Who went where? It's like so much fun.
Oh,
It's
that's
fun.
funny.
It's so much fun. It's so much
Yeah.
fun. It's just they keep coming in. And I remember when I was at work, I would keep checking like
Yeah.
Twitter and
Uh-huh.
all these things. It's like, and then I get the scoops before everybody else. It's like, how do you
Uh-huh.
know this? Like, oh, I don't know. I'm just working. I don't know what you're talking about. But but then like whenever the trade deadline is, whatever time it is, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess that's it. And then like, oh, wait a minute, they stuck one in the deadline. It was like,
I love that.
Love
I know.
it.
It's so much fun. It is fun.
It is. That and free agency. Free agency is a blast too.
The free agency, yeah.
Yeah,
that
free
was
agency.
like, what
And
is
our
it?
free agency, of course, is going to be interesting this year. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, apparently I read just recently, just earlier, a couple hours ago, that Letang was looking for terms of like 5 years and somewhere in the 7 million.
I saw that. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's about what he makes now.
Yeah, I don't think
mean,
that's wacko.
The question is whether he wants to stay in Pittsburgh or not.
Does he want to go to Montreal?
Don't you think he
Right.
does? Oh, he does want to go to Montreal?
I don't know. He didn't tell
Why
me.
would you want to go to Montreal?
He didn't tell you personally, right? No, right. Why would he? Everything he's done for like almost half of his life is here.
I don't know.
He
Although
has
his
a
wife's from up there too, right?
He has a
I think she
legacy. He has a legacy in Pittsburgh. But if he goes to Montreal, basically his entire life is under a microscope. It'll be like some big star in the paparazzi or something like that. I mean, they take it so seriously up there.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Here he could just hang out at a Starbucks and nobody will say anything.
People say, "Hey, yeah."
Right. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like, oh, that play last night, with their French accent, of course.
What
What is wrong?
What is a turnover? How do you say turnover?
Yeah, there you go. We say so. Yeah, no. I don't know. I would think he has incentive to stay. I would think he'd want to stay. I mean, this is what he's known. And he's buddies with
Sid.
Sid.
Stay with his buddies. Right. I mean, he's played with Sid, Gino, and it's been the three of them
forever, for years and years and years.
It's amazing. I mean, to be together for that long. That's just amazing.
Gotta hand it to Pittsburgh teams with that. It's like
it is awesome.
You get some longevity that you don't have in other places all the time. So that's pretty cool.
Agreed.
Who else is on the list? Who else is the trade bait?
Let me see.
I know I'm looking right here.
Oh, well,
Mark Giordano.
There's the Vancouver guys, the Connor Garland, and he seems like a good option, but that's boring.
It is boring. I agree. That's a boring choice. Give me a name. I don't know. Give me a name. Give me something solid.
Someone fun. I don't know. I thought that the biggest name was, JT Miller would be awesome. We're not going to get Giroux. That's not going to happen.
Oh God, please. No. Yuck. No, there's certain players I would never want to see in a Penguin uniform. He's one of them. You know how you get that question? Well, if he played for the Penguins, you'd love him. No, not him. Not him.
Mine is Tom Wilson. Yeah.
Oh,
never
be on the ice. He should have been.
I just
in jail.
Can't.
Yeah.
I can't. It would be. You know what? If Tom Wilson comes to the Penguins, it's like in Lion King when Scar takes over and the hyenas are running the show. Then that's what it would be like if Tom Wilson.
Yes.
Tom Wilson is Scar. Tom Wilson is the Scar of the NHL.
Yes.
I will go with that. Yeah.
He brings darkness.
He does bring darkness.
And that would make Sid Simba, right?
Oh, that was.
And Mario is Mufasa.
Oh, holding him up.
Oh
no. I know. I'm there.
I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Come on, Ray.
Nope. I'm not singing.
All right.
Now, like I'm just looking at previous deadline deals. Bill Guerin in 2009, that was a big one. He was one of those guys that, the older guy, but he helped a lot.
Yeah.
Jeff Carter last year.
Yeah, but this year.
Yeah. Hey,
I'd like to see him. He's back up again.
Hopefully you will. Hopefully some of these guys will.
You have to have confidence. In Sullivan. Sullivan has done an excellent job finding the chemistry and putting the pieces together when he has to. So I'm just hoping. I feel like he's still experimenting right now. Like one thing I hate.
Well, when you get people back in, like with Matheson coming back and Bluger coming back.
I love Bluger.
And I do too. And
Yeah.
and with Kapanen not producing on the second line, he's got to move stuff around. That would be
I
fun.
agree.
I would enjoy
See, there
that.
you go. You could, if you get Drew, you could put Carter on Malkin's line.
We're not getting Drew.
Okay, you know what? If you want me to come on your podcast ever again, you must stop. No more mention of Mason Rudolph and no more.
I was just gonna say
mention of
Mason Rudolph.
But what part would Giroux be in Lion King is my question.
He'd be Simone or
Timon?
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa.
He'd be one of the Hakuna Matata dudes.
No, he'd be an
Hakuna
Scar
Matata.
too. All of a sudden, the Penguins are in hockey is the Lion King. I like it. I like it.
Also a big deadline deal trade that was in 2009. That's when they got Chris Kunitz and Eric Tangradi for Ryan Whitney.
Oh yeah.
So that was a deadline deal.
We've had some big ones.
Well,
We've had some good ones.
yeah. I wasn't thinking that was deadline, but yeah, I
Was
guess it was.
Gary Roberts a deadline one?
No, Gary.
No.
No, wait a minute.
Signed him as a free
He
agent.
was a free agent, I think. Wasn't he a free agent that they signed?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Hal Gill was a deadline deal. Marian Hossa. That was one of the biggest deals. Marian Hossa and
There's another one.
the throw-in guy, Pasquale Dupuis, who ended up playing here for 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. That's the one I'm back in my head because that was Atlanta, right? I was trying to think,
Yeah.
who was that?
The
Who was
Thrashers,
that?
yeah.
That's who it was. Yeah. Yeah. Hossa.
Colby Armstrong, Eric Christensen, Angelo Esposito, and a first-round pick.
Oh, Marian
Good old
Hossa.
Colby. Marian Hossa. Oh my God. My son
And then he
was
decides
obsessed
to
with
leave.
him.
And then he decides to leave us, and then we beat them in the Stanley Cup. That was great.
That was one of my favorite moments. Well, you guys know already. That was one of my favorite nights ever. But that part of it, watching Hossa on that ice.
I really hope when they were shaking hands, I guess someone said, Hey, Marian, you picked the wrong team or something like that. I really hope that happened.
I know, that would have been
had to have. I mean, it would be too good. Too good.
Yeah. I would hope so too. But yeah, that was an interesting trade. There've been some good ones. I had forgotten about some of these. They weren't like first and foremost in my mind. So those were some good ones.
Yeah, just going back through the years. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But something needs to happen. You can't.
We're stale.
Nothing.
I mean, that's exactly what they are. Stale.
Stale's a good word. But you know what? Why? Like, okay, Sid came back, Gino came back. Like, we should be firing on all cylinders right now, and they're not. So
this is what they do. This is what happens every year. Sid or Gino get hurt, and the team just comes together. But then when Sid and Gino come back, and you know, people are like, oh, it's Malkin's fault. It's like, no, it's psychological.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what happens?
Because
I don't get it.
Because they think, oh, we just got our stars. We just got the franchise. We just got our best players. Now I don't have to do as much.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
It's psychological.
And
I think that's Rodriguez's problem. Didn't he like stop scoring the second Gino reappeared?
Basically,
or was it before that?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, Who else didn't they just bring back Borkvist? They just brought him back too, didn't they? That Casper, let me find him. Borkvist, no. I thought they just brought somebody else up.
Somebody Borkvist. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do.
Casper, there it is. They brought him back up.
Casper, the friendly Borkvist.
Casper, the friendly Borkvist. We have jingles for everything.
We do.
But I do think Bluger is going to make a big difference. I mean, you know, he didn't the other night, but you know what? Okay, it was his first game back.
It was first game
Yeah,
back.
give him a chance.
Yeah.
A chance.
I think, yeah, I mean, he's just so good on defense. He's so good on the penalty kill. That fourth line is set. Fourth line is good. The first line is good. Second and third line. Yeah.
Well, what do you think about some people saying, oh, we should pull like Rusty and put him back with Malkin and then have Kapanen up there with Sid because he matches better with Sid?
I'm afraid Sid would murder Kapanen if they played together.
We finally see Sid snap.
Yeah. It is funny because they acquired Phil Kessel to play with Sid. And he plays like 1 or 2 games, and Sid's like, get this guy out of here. They got Casper, Casper to play with Sid.
Yeah.
And Sid's like, get this guy out. So I mean, Sid has his guys.
Yeah. We don't want to, I don't think we should mess with it because they're scoring so consistently.
Yeah, I mean, Sid, Gensel, and Rusty, you can't mess with them.
Yeah.
You can't.
They're just,
I mean, and the spread the wealth thing, I don't think, no, I definitely don't think that's a good idea, but that's me. But something's got to happen in the middle, those middle 2 lines. Something's got to click or change, or it just annoys.
One good player, one good winger for Gino, and everything else falls in place. If you have 2 good scoring lines, you're fine.
Yeah.
And then who cares what the third line is? The third line can just be whatever. But you can't just have one good line. You can't.
Nope.
No.
You can't get scoring from 4 guys. That's it. So yeah. Agreed. Completely agree.
Well, I think Kapanen, I'm just going through our team. Like he's trade bait. There's just no way around that one, I don't think, unfortunately.
And I think Marino is too, because I keep hearing his name getting brought up.
It's funny. I mean, I've been, crazy kind of hit or miss, but I have not heard Marino's name come up. But I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense. I'm not gonna lie. Well, but then, again, who do you get? I mean, he's the top 6.
Well, you better get someone.
So.
You better get someone good for Marino because apparently he's young and supposed to be. I mean, he was supposed to be the Letang replacement and supposed to be awesome. So, I mean, you better get someone good for him in theory.
Yeah, not some bottom 6 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So wait, I'm looking at this Puustinen. Puustinen, is that how you say his name? Valtteri Puustinen. Yeah. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. Like
he's small and young. I think he was from the 2019 draft. That's about all I know about him. But when you're looking at options from the minors, your options are very limited because apparently your top prospects, Ligare and the other dude, Poulin, are just, they ain't it. They're just okay.
Yeah.
So your options are very limited. Apparently Puustinen is it. So hey,
well, what about like Zahorna and O'Connor? And
I like him. O'Connor, is he hurt? Isn't he? Is he hurt?
Is he?
He was hurt.
I'm not sure, but I would like to see O'Connor, and I want to see O'Connor in like put him on Gino's line. I mean, every time they bring up O'Connor, they put him on like on the 4th line or something like that. Like give him a chance,
a real chance. Yeah, give him a real chance.
I feel like we're at the point right now. What the end of the season is? What, the last week of April? I mean, we still have like 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks.
Yes, 6.
If they're gonna experiment with some of these combinations to try to see, they got to do it now. And the deadline's what, the 21st? So like
21st. You
better get to your experimenting now because you got to get to a point of solidifying the lines, and it feels those middle 2 lines just feel a little too fluid right now. It's like well, let's try him. Let's try him. That can't be easy either. I mean, to coach or to play. Like, who we have
No, I
tonight?
mean, if
What's
you're
going on
constantly
tonight?
changing, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
How
think
are
that's
we? Yeah, how are we in, the 3/4 mark of the season, or a little almost there, and there's still so much uncertainty and so
but yet the
much.
Penguins are where they are. I mean, they've done
It's
so well too.
it's yeah. I mean, they they went into Tampa, they kicked their butt. They went into Carolina and played well. I mean, they kind of played well against Florida, but also Florida's a beast. And that's the problem. It's a loaded Eastern Conference. Let's say they play the Rangers. The Rangers are going to be good. Then they're going to play either Carolina or the Capitals in the next round. And then in the next round, you either have the Lightning or the Panthers.
Yeah, that's scary.
Tough opponents.
Carolina is especially scary. The last game that we played against them, they're big.
They are big. They're huge.
They're really good.
And I hate them. I mean, I always loved Jordan Stahl. Now I hate him. That's it. I'm done with him. Ever since that game, I'm like, no, I hate you. You've scored too many goals.
I always had a thing for Rod Brindamore, and I just can't like him anymore. So, okay.
I'm done with him. I don't like anybody on that team.
Jordan Stahl, thank you for 2009. We're done with you.
Done with you. I'm no longer cheering for you. Yeah, I think they're a scary team. I mean, Florida's scary because they're so fast. But Carolina, they're just freaking big.
See, yeah, I think Carolina would be a matchup nightmare for the Penguins. I think
so
that's
too.
scary. I think the Pens would do okay against the Rangers and the Capitals, but Carolina, I don't know. And then
I'm just afraid to see who else if any other, like Florida, I've heard is going after Giroux. I mean, sometimes it ends up being a bad thing when you get, we've seen that happen. Hopefully
you never know. You could get someone that puts the world that helps the team like crazy, or you could get another Derek Brassard, which just or a Ginla, which just screws everything up. Or
I think I had repressed a Ginla. I've been thinking about him until you brought it up.
No, I think about that too often, about how excited I was and how sure I was we're gonna just plow through everybody. And
it was exactly. It was like it was going to be too easy. We're just going to just win every game, 10-0, and just already let's just schedule the parade.
Exactly, and then boom, but not good.
Yeah.
So those are the teams. The Eastern Conference is tough. It's going to be tough.
So in conclusion, we need a murderer like Ulf Samuelsson on defense. We need a winger for Sid. Not Claude Giroux. We've established that.
Not Tom Wilson. Not that he's available.
Not Tom Wilson. We do not want Mason Rudolph to play for the Penguins.
Every time you say those two words,
I know it's like hurting you.
Yeah, it does.
So that's what we've learned today.
Yes, we've learned a lot for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this was a blast. This is our first time together. This is awesome.
It was fun.
Oh, anytime the three of us can talk about the Penguins, I'm up for it.
It was fun. I enjoyed myself.
We're all old and can remember the olden times.
Will you
too,
stop?
So.
No, we're wise. We're very wise.
That's right. We're wise.
Maybe, but not old.
Yeah. Ray and I were going to games together when you were in diapers, Joey. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. Literally.
So you went did you go to the games in the 70s?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we did. And the tickets were cheap, and we would go to the Igloo and there we were like what, a couple of only 2,000-3,000 people there sometimes, and we'd sit all the way down by the ice, and
you could always
And then when they first put the balconies in, the hurt players would sit up there. Remember that, Ray? We used to stalk them. We'd like go up to the balconies and be like, "Can I have your autograph?" to whoever was hurt and was up there.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. The days of Pierre LaRouche and
Oh yes,
Dennis
Pierre
Heron. Those
Dennis
were good
Heron, yeah.
shows. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna.
My first year was Mario's. That
Wow,
was
really?
when I started following, and that's why I followed the Penguins, because of Mario. It's like I heard this. Hey, this dude's gonna be really good. And oh, guess what? He was.
He was.
Um,
Yeah.
And it was and my first game I went to, I think, was like in 1990 or something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Huh.
Our what 75 maybe
Probably.
was the first
yeah.
game we went to, maybe 70 something like that.
And we saw,
Yeah.
remember when we saw Punch In Latch in the
Yes.
stand? The owner of the Buffalo, was he the owner of the Sabres?
Buffalo Sabres, yeah.
Yeah.
We
That
were
was
like
fun.
stalking him. Yeah, we have. Mhm.
They were-
We have
I
all
miss-
kinds of stories.
I miss the Civic Arena. That place had character.
It did.
It had mice and it had birds. And it had characters. I saw them.
It had-
I did. I saw one there.
oh, I'm
Like,
sure.
those stories are true. I sitting in our seats. Remember my seats, Ray, up there, and I don't remember the balcony up there.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a mouse went down, like it was this little teeny mouse jumping down the steps, and the usher had to come down, and he's trying to get it, and he wanted to like step on it. We were all going.
Oh,
It was
no.
during the game. Crazy. Ugh, yeah,
No, let the mouse go. There's probably
It
mice
was-
all
it was-
over.
quite the place. That's
Yeah.
for darn sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it did have character. It did have character. I loved it.
Did.
Good memories.
See,
Yeah, wait.
you don't want to say you're old, but then that's why I tried to say it was character. Character equals rats.
Are we go? Okay. Are we going rats? Are we gonna go back to the Batman conversation now? Like, what are we doing? But no.
Well,
Wait, Joey,
then-
do you remember? Go ahead. Sorry. Then
No,
what?
sorry, go ahead.
Do you remember seeing the arena open? Did you ever see the Civic Arena open? No. Ray and I went down when they were filming The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. What year was that? That was 70s.
79, 78.
Oh, was it that late? Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't remember.
down there
they
then.
they stopped opening the arena like it was early 80s or something like that. They just
I'm sure they probably couldn't do it anymore. I'm sure that it was just the machine.
They opened it,
it was
to
the
film
machinery.
Sudden Death. That was
When was
90
that?
what,
When
two?
was Sudden
That was
Death?
92, I think. Sudden Death, I think, is 92.
Was it? Okay.
94. It was 94.
94.
It was during the strike, and the regular players could not be in it, so they had like
Oh, yeah.
minor league
95.
players.
95.
Oh, 95. Okay.
Wow. Huh.
They opened
Yeah.
it for that. So
Cool.
Yeah, that was
might have been the last time.
wasn't the person in the iceberg outfit was like a terrorist or something. It was one of the bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that movie's great.
And
You're making me want to watch it.
and like the bomb was about to blow up, and Paul Steigerwald yells, "Holy bleep!"
Oh my God, I have to watch this movie.
I wanna
It's been so long.
we might that might be something to do, is review the film Sudden Death.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
God,
like
it was
anything that
bad.
was made in
That
a
was
sports
bad.
kind of thing. Yeah. We could do The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. We could do Sudden Death. We could do the third Dark Knight, not the Dark Batman movie. There's a ton of them.
There was that
Anything
other
that's sports
one.
related.
It was sort of like a romantic comedy with TJ Miller, not JT Miller, but TJ Miller was in it.
She's not that
little-
into you.
I love
Yeah.
that movie.
That was
Very
so
good. That was kind of like a love letter to Pittsburgh. That was very
was.
very cute.
The
Yeah.
scenes in that
They
movie
made
are
Market
amazing.
Square look gorgeous. I mean, I'm like, ooh, I was
Yeah.
really like that. It was beautiful.
I forgot. I love that movie. We could
That was
quote that
good.
one. Like,
And then there was
for word.
the one with Bruce Willis and Sarah Jessica Parker.
oh, the
I-
river.
Striking Distance, was that it?
Striking Distance.
Striking Distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That was
too.
all about Pittsburgh, because I think he was like a river. He was like a boat cop or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a good.
Does that exist really? I guess that does.
I
Are
think
there
they
boat
do.
cops? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think there were at one time. Because they
There
were always
should
like at the regatta. You would see like the boat cops around the
Yeah.
regatta.
You'd
Oh.
think there were. You think there are boat cops? Because I mean,
think there are.
especially in the summer.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Like
you
during
need them.
boat
Yeah.
cops. That's
Oh,
fun job.
we should do
All
that.
right,
Just
guys.
thinking about it. We'd have you here all night, Joey. So here, we'll like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks so much. This is awesome.
It was
let's do
fun.
again soon. All right.
Bye.